Back to Ohmer. The pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Of course, Ohmer is going to try to drive one in the outfield to keep it out of the hands of the infielders. Try to get that insurance run.
He's the pitcher of record for Scott, of course, at the plate. Jake Ohmer, the sophomore. Here's the pitch, and lobs it toward right field again. This is going to be the same place, and it's a gapper into the right center field. Ohmer rounding second. Coming in to score is Trame. Here comes Ohmer into third, and he will have a stand-up triple. Back-to-back triples, and it's 5-0, Scott.
Boy, is Coach Trame fired up down there in the third base coaching box. Vin Scully and Marty Brendeman and all the great play-by-play guys. It was fun talking about that.
Ball base hit for Ohmer, coming into a score, making it 15-3. Here comes a throw to the plate, and going to second base will be Ohmer.
Boy, Ohmer's a heads-up player, isn't he?
He sure is. Back. Zach Mann, the first baseman, and you got Brenton Hughes behind the plate. On the mound, Jake Ohmer, his record's 6-1. Coach, tell us about Mr. Ohmer.
Well, he doesn't have the overpowering fastball. He's got a good fastball, but not overpowering. 2.23 ERA. He has 33 strikeouts and only 15 walks for the entire season. So good control, good competitor. It should be a fun matchup between Ohmer and Chirac tonight.
So Cam Chirac was able to get out of that bit of a jam in the first as he left Ohmer out at second, getting Mann. Here's the pitch from Ohmer, and foul back to the plate there by McElwain. No balls and 1 strike to Austin McElwain, with Grant to Noble on deck for South Warren as they bat here in the first of a scoreless ball game. Scott and South Warren.
You know, another thing I might mention about Ohmer, Gary, is he had 4 saves to go along with 6 wins this year. So great year. Not
bad. And that pitch is going to break over inside portion. Call strike 2. Good breaking pitch. 66 miles an hour on the gun, Coach. But the bottom line is it broke over the inside portion of the plate and fooled the hitter, McElwain. Here's the 0-2, and McElwain swings through that. Strike 3. So good bit of pitching there by Jake Ohmer to strike out the leadoff hitter. Tough leadoff guy, Austin McElwain, brings up Grant Noble. 1 out here. And it is an absolute gorgeous night for baseball here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark here over off of North Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky. Well, this ballpark is pretty much run. Gary Durbin and the staff, and they do it right. Andy Shea, there's a strike on the outside corner. It really, to be honest with you, Coach, it is run like a 3 balls and 1 strike to Noble, with Jacob Lewis, the catcher, on deck for South Warren, batting here in the bottom of the first. And that pitch is going to be a call strike on the inside portion. Looked like he was trying to keep that ball low a couple times, and that time he just came back, rocked, and fired, and threw a nice pitch right on the inside portion. Full count now. Jake Ohmer, the right-hander, rocks and fires to Noble. Swing and a miss, and the catcher is going to throw it down to first after he dropped it, and he'll retire for the second out. 2 back-to-back strikeouts now by Jake Ohmer. Tell you what, Coach, we talk so much about Cam Chirac and that 10-0 record, 1.0 ERA, but this Ohmer kid is a competitor and a battler royale, and that's what Coach Trame told us in the pregame.
Yeah, you're right. He is a competitor, and he really did a great job of coming back from a 3-1 count, getting the strikeout.
Jacob Lewis up there now from the right side of the catcher, and that's going to be a call strike. 2 outs. McElwain struck out, then Grant Noble struck out. That brings up Jacob Lewis, a catcher, with Kiefer Baxter on deck for South Warren. No score here in the first inning. Here's the wind in the pitch and pulls it down towards short. And there's Trame to field. Trame fires over the infield. That good arm and throws him out. So he ground off and struck out Noble, and then got Lewis ground out to Trame at short. Facing Kiefer Baxter now, and he hits it and getting a glove on it. There is the pitcher, Ohmer. Sets and throws low, but throws him out over to man at first base. So nice play there by Ohmer, and we see the athleticism there of Jake right there.
Yeah, Jake Ohmer really did a great job there of keeping his poise and not overreacting to the ball hitting off his glove, and quickly but calmly picked it up and got the runner at first base.
One out. Brings up Ryder Litton, the third baseman, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the wind. Ohmer's pitch. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. And, Coach, I'd hit 80 miles an hour. You know, I think a high school pitcher throws anything in the 80s has got a lot of velocity on the baseball.
Yeah, that's pretty good velocity for a high school pitcher.
And that's chopped off the plate. So Jake Ohmer, the right-hander, 6-1 record coming in, as Coach Madison referenced, 2.23 ERA. Multiple sports starts, Scott High School. And Coach says, quite frankly, here's the pitch, and chopped foul, pulled foul again. Coach Train, quite frankly, says he's one of the best shortstops in the state. He said he's a terrific shortstop.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's got quick feet, and he has a very confident presence on the field with that glove.
2 outs, Ohmer's pitch, and it's going to be called strike 3. Catches him on the corner looking for the third strikeout for Jake Ohmer. And with the put out of Burns in the rundown after he got the single, no runs, one hit chart here. Every batter he's faced here for South Warren so far.
Well, he's been dealing, that's for sure, and he has really good command out there. And you can talk about his breaking ball and fastball command and all that. You know what I like best about him? I like the way he competes.
Mm-hmm. He's retired 9 straight hitters, facing the Austin McElwain now, and that's going to be a peel down to first as they go down to first, and the first base umpire says no, he did not go. So 1 ball, no strikes. We are in the 4th of a 2-0 ball game. Scott on top, and that's going to be a call strike. Jake Ohmer, the right-hander, 6-1 record for Scott. They lead it 2-0 here. Here's the Ohmer pitch, and McElwain is going to look out on the outside corner. McElwain, a strikeout victim in the first, Coach, and Mr. Ohmer has 3 strikeouts so far for Scott. Retired 9 straight batters. Here's the 1-2, and chops it right toward the pitcher. Ohmer fields, sets, throws. He's retired 10 straight batters. 1 out here in the 4th.
You know, not only Ohmer is he a quality starter, but he's also, like I mentioned earlier, he's got 4 saves, so he's really been there.
4th there on that scoreboard out there, hadn't it? That temperature, 77. Call strike on a breaking pitch to Jacob Lewis, the catcher. He grounded to Train, the shortstop, in the first, 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1 from Ohmer, and that's going to be a ball just missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We got some good weather going now, but it was a tough early spring for coaches and baseball teams in the Mid-South to try to get anything going early this year.
It was brutal, wasn't it? That ball's fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes now at the bat of Jacob Lewis, the catcher. Kiefer Baxter hopes he gets an opportunity. Boy, you can't be anything but impressed with Jake Ohmer. He's got a 2-0 lead right now against this good South Warren ball club. Just missed on that 82-mile-an-hour fastball inside, high and tight.
He's got some good rhythm going and very confident out there. He's in control.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and here's the Ohmer pitch, and it's going to be called strike 3 looking. Lewis.
Good looking curveball right there, Gary. Strikes
him out in the 4th, and for South Warren in the 4th, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. As we go to the 5th, it is Scott Baxter, Noah Burns, and Ryder Litton here to face Jake Ohmer, the right-hander for Scott High School, who threw 4 innings as we had at the bottom of the 5th, has only had 1 runner reach on base. That was Noah Burns, Coach, back in the 2nd. They picked him off in a rundown.
Well, it's sort of bad baseball etiquette to talk about a no-hitter when it's going on, but since it's a 1-hitter, we can talk about that.
Right.
And Jake Ohmer's really pitching a great ball game.
Baxter, who grounded back to the pitcher, and he pulls it down toward third. Third baseman gets glove on it, but it gets off the short base side. That'll be a base hit off the bat there of Baxter. Great effort by C down at third. He dove for, got glove on it, bounded out towards shortstop. That'll be a base hit. Don't think they'll score that in error, do you, Coach?
I don't either.
No, they've already put up 4 hits, so it's already actually second, already registered as a hit. Base hit for Baxter off the glove of CJC. And they pick him off at first, it looks like. What a move there.
Well, that was a tough break for South Warren.
Coming up after this one, scheduled for about an 8:30 start, it'll be West Jessamine and E-Town, Elizabethtown. It's a call strike on the corner. I would be surprised if we don't see Mr. Leonard on the mound for West Jess tonight. And there's going to be strike 3 as he goes around. Good pitch by Ohmer. Burns committed.
An outstanding quarterback for the Hilltoppers and a good catcher, caught in the Pirates organization.
Wow. Great guy. Here's the pitch to Ryder Litton, the third baseman, calls strike. No balls and 2 strikes. I tell you this, Jake Ohmer rocks and fires, and he's ready to go. Give me the baseball.
Like the way he works out there.
Ohmer's wind the 0-2 and pulls it down toward third. Nice play there by C. Sets and throws over the infield.
Nitty-gritty time for South Warren, so they're going to try to scratch out a run or 2 here in this inning.
Ohmer's pitch is a call strike on the inside corner, and boy, he's been hitting that corner all night long, Coach.
He has. He's been painting.
Wasn't there a song all night long? No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and Kirtley lost it out toward left field. And back coming in for Scott, and Noah makes a grab in shallow left field out there for the first out here of the 6th inning.
Yeah, and he's got just enough fastball that you got to respect it.
And there's a call strike, and that hit all of 68 according to the jug gun here.
Good breaking ball right on the knees.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Chirac at first. He's in there running for King, who was hit by the pitch. And at the dish is McElwain, and that pitch fouled off the plate by Austin.
You know, his fastball is 79, 80, and his breaking ball is 68, so that's a great difference, 12 miles an hour, and just really good enough to keep the hitters off balance.
And they allow Chirac to go on down to second. So he's at second base. Ohmer's pitch, and that's going to be a call strike 2 on the outside corner. Whenever he's needed that pitch, Coach, and the thing about him, it's impressive. It can be the inside corner. It can be the outside corner.
That was a perfect pitch right on the low outside corner.
1-2, and swinging a miss out there. Still 77 degrees. That's what we've been ever since first pitch, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
1 out, getting the lead is Lewis, and that's going to be a call strike.
Boy, he can drop that curveball in there for that first pitch strike almost every time. It's very impressive.
Ball's 1 strike to Baxter. Noah Burns on deck. Here's the wind from Ohmer. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Certainly didn't let the base on balls bother him, did he?
No. You know, a lot of times pitchers let that get in their head, but he came right back and shooting strikes.
Ball hit over third, just curving foul over third base. Off the bat there of Kiefer Baxter.
You know, Gary, I keep thinking that Jake Ohmer must be like a senior the way he pitches, but he's only a sophomore. And he really knows how to pitch.
That's what Coach String was telling us down in the dugout before the game, that Little Small Ball Club are sophomores and juniors. Everybody's back next year. Strike 3 on the inside corner. What a pitch there by Ohmer. That's how many times has he frozen a batter with that pitch tonight? It's at least the 3rd or 4th time.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been throwing that breaking ball away so much, and all of a sudden he pops one inside, and it just freezes the hitter in his tracks. 6
strikeouts for Jake Ohmer, and he's 1 out away from extending this. Coach Train. Here's the pitch, and that ball is lofted toward the right side. The first baseman, man, calls everybody off and makes the grab. And Scott High School behind Jake Ohmer, a shutout, a 2-hit shutout. They beat a good South Warren Ball Club 7-0 and head to the semifinals tomorrow night to join Highlands and Greenup County. The only piece of that puzzle left is West Jess and Elizabethtown. We'll come back and wrap it up on this one. Final 7-0. Ohmer gets the win, improves to 7-1. Cam Chirac takes a loss, 10-1 on the season. We'll come back and wrap it up here on this one as the